morning, everybody. My name is Carla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, Carla being Crafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is FlossTube number 221. It is Sunday, December 24th. So tonight is Christmas Eve. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas to any of you who are celebrating that tonight. I hope Santa comes and brings you everything that you hope for. Want to say welcome. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If this is your first time finding my channel, I hope you like what you see. Want to hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I don't know if at this time of year people are actually hunting for new FlossTube channels to watch, but if you are, then hopefully you can put your feet up and stop here for a little bit. If you are one of my returning viewers, then thank you so much for coming by. I enjoy spending this time with you each week so much. I say that every week. Hopefully you know that that is so 100% true. Okay, I always give sort of a little weather report here in Southern California. It has been, it was a little rainy last week. Actually a lot rainy for a couple days. Actually not during the day, it was really rainy at night, and then we're going to be in the mid-60s all week. It's, you know, nice weather. It's blue skies today. I think it's supposed to be sunny today and tomorrow, but then the rest of the week it's supposed to be kind of cloudy, but there's no forecast for rain. So mid-60s is where we're staying. We have a Zoom scheduled for next Sunday, a week from today, on New Year's Eve. I will be starting the Zoom at 8 o'clock California time, so I guess 11 o'clock Eastern time, and I will be on there until everybody wants to go. Last year I closed out the Zoom, it was around 12:30 my time. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. I have my fancy drinks to put in my wine glass. It won't be actual alcohol, but kind of fancy schmancy cordial type things. And I ordered some groceries this week for next weekend. You know, all of the stuff that I love for that kind of thing. I have olives and crackers and cheese and some salami and some sweet stuff, and it's just, sorry, I have a hair on my lip. All of that good kind of nibbly stuff that I enjoy so much. So I'm really excited about it. So hopefully you guys can join. Let's see. I did a whip parade yesterday. It turned out to be longer than last year because I have more projects, I guess. It's an hour and 45 minutes about. So if you are in the whip parade mood, I would appreciate it if you check that out and let me know what you think. It was funny, I got all ready to do it, which it took some preparation, much more preparation than a regular video takes for me, because I had to get all of my whips out. I had them in 2 boxes next to me. I had them in order. So, you know, I was a little bit organized about it. You know, I was kind of proud of myself. And I got ready to go, and I actually started the video, and I was like 2 minutes into the video, and all of a sudden there's like this banging over my head, like, and I thought, oh, you know, somebody's walking on the roof, and then it just got louder and louder and louder. Finally, I had to stop the video. I wiped out my door, which is right there, and I'm looking up, and there's guys like hammering the rain gutter. Like, I guess they were doing some kind of rain gutter repair all on my building. So it was like, well, that's ridiculous. So I had to wait like an hour because, I mean, seriously, it was like the roof was going to come in right over my head. So I had to wait to start my video. But I did get it done. I got it uploaded. It took a while to upload, but it did upload last night around 10. And yeah, so it's there for your viewing pleasure, and hopefully you will enjoy it. Next week I will do, probably I'll post it on New Year's Day, because that's just what I've done the last couple years. I'll do a finish parade and show you what my finishes were this past year and close out 2023 that way. Let's see. Car update. I know so many of you had kind words or commiserative words for me with the situation with my car. It is being taken care of. My mechanic was able to find a a transmission, about 175 miles from here, 200 miles from here, is charging me not an arm and a leg to get it installed and fixed and picked up and all the stuff that he has to do. And I put a down of about a third or a little more than a third of the cost of it on, I paid for that. And then my boss said he'd pay for the rest in lieu of my Christmas bonus. So it is taken care of. I don't know how long it will take to get the car back. I would think probably another, well, he's not even going to pick it up until the end of next week, pick up the part. So maybe a week after that. So I'll have to be begging rides for another week or using Lyft when the rides cannot be begged for, and which I hate because, oh, they're expensive, those Lyft rides. But it is taken care of. So I think it's the best outcome. And it is a worry off my mind, except for having to worry about getting rides for the next week, or two. But yeah, things worked out okay. So thank you for all of your good wishes and everything. I think it's all going to be good. My car is still very old, and so, you know, there's going to have to be some thought of another car sometime in the future, but hopefully not too near of a future, because I'm not mentally or emotionally or financially prepared for that. So let's just hope that my car hangs on. Let's see. I think that is basically it for preamble-y kind of stuff. We can get into show you my whips. So I feel like this video today, as far as my whips and stuff, is either going to be not exciting at all because I don't have that much to show you, or very exciting because I have a lot of progress to show you on the stuff that I did. So I guess it depends on what floats your boat a little bit more. Like, are you the kind of person that likes to see, 10 projects worked on that had like 20 stitches each, or, one project that got a lot done? Guess who's here? Some people have said that it is not a video without a baggy sighting. And here it is. Here's the big fat baggy sighting. Oh, what a cutie. Look how cute he is, you guys. Is that it? Did you have your sighting? Yeah, I guess he had a sighting. He's like, that's enough squishing. That's enough squishing for right now. Okay, so let's get into showing you like what I worked on. This may be a shorter video, which is fine because I'm kind of tired and I have not a lot of ambition today to do anything except lay around, watch TV, watch web parades, perhaps, stitch. That's my big plans for the day. All right. So I actually started a diamond painting thing yesterday because it's this wreath thing, and all I did was the green so far, because I had another one of these, which I showed you a year ago, more than that, that I drilled holes in, which I'm gonna have to do on this one too, and then I put a chain on it and I hung it on my front door as door decor for outside. Loved having it there. It must have been about a year, because I did have my Halloween kitty diamond painting out last year, and then I switched it out this year. I took the wreath that I had off and I put the diamond painted Halloween kitty, which really isn't meant for the elements, so it's starting to curl and whatever. But that was a project that it was like I finished it because I needed to finish it, but I hated doing it. It's really cute, but yeah. Anyway, so I put that out on my door in October. Still there. It's a Halloween kitty, so it's time to like take that off, right? But what happened was the wreath that I had out there fell on the ground. I had it on my table. It fell and it broke in half. So I don't have anything to replace it with unless I do something. So I have like three or four more of these type of wreath things. So I thought, oh, I'll just do that really quick and stick that out on my door. That's like plans. I started working on it and sitting up my back started killing me. So I just did the green. So maybe this week I can get the rest of it done, get the little holes drilled in it, and then hang it on my door. I mean, it's really cute. So, and then I found this, which I don't even know when I ordered this diamond painting pen, but ooh, how cute is that? So I will work on that a little bit, maybe today. Maybe I'll do one more color. I don't know. I guess it just depends on if the position doesn't kill my back too much. Okay, my crochet shrug. I did work on this a bit this week. I'm down to the end of my second ball of yarn. I think it's going to take 4 because it's pretty much half the size it needs to be to turn it into a cocoon sweater shrug. So that's how it's looking. Very, I mean, this yarn stripes very well. And really pretty and really like squishy feeling. I don't know if you can tell with yarn through the video medium, but it feels really nice. And this yarn is just so easy to work with. I mean, I think it's a combo of this particular yarn, this particular sort of easy pattern. It just is so like fast to do and easy to do, and like, I don't want to say mindless because it's not mindless, but it doesn't take, you know, it's the back of your mind. You don't have to really concentrate on it. And I can practically do it without even having to look at it because I can just feel it. And again, because the yarn is so easy to work with, I don't have to be careful with like not splitting the yarn and stuff like that. So I am really enjoying this shrug, and because I am enjoying it so much, I think I'm going to get it done fairly quickly. Oops. So I've been working on it for like 2 weeks, and I did like a ball a week. So if I continue that, even allowing for slowing down on it, I should have it done by the end of January. That's pretty cool. Okay. One thing I want to show you, which I keep forgetting to show you, the one thing I have not enjoyed with crocheting is that holding the crochet needle is a bit difficult on my hands, hard on my hands. You know, and there's ergonomic needles and stuff like that. I found those ones that I've shown you, those green and blue ones, on Amazon. They work fairly well. But they're about $8 each and kind of a pain to take on and off. So if you are working on different projects with different size needles, then you need a bunch of them. So I wanted to see if I could find an alternative, and I did. So I found these egg things on Amazon. It was like $10 for a package of 6 or 8, and if you wanted to get more, you know, the more you got, you could get them cheap. They're meant to be like for kids for pencils, but they work really well. And I basically took 1.5 eggs because I put one on and it was good for the holding part, but then the end was like poking me in the hand, and that was uncomfortable. This needle, which is I think a 5.5 needle hook, was not fat enough to hold them tight. So I had to use some little clear rubber bands, which I have a big package of those that I got for my hair because I use those, like, I'll use those and then just cut them off, like instead of trying to take them out of my hair and ripping my hair. So I got a big package. They were cheap. I got it a long time ago. So I just used the clear rubber bands on both ends to hold it tight. And this makes it really comfortable. So, you know, it may not be the most gorgeous thing, but if it makes doing the crochet more comfortable for me, I don't care what it looks like. And it definitely, it makes it easier to hold. It makes the end not poke into my hand in an uncomfortable way, and very well worth sort of the MacGyvering of it. And because they're inexpensive, because as I said, for the price, basically the price of one of those other ones, the single use, which they're not really, but they're just too much of a pain to take on and off. You can get a whole package of these and put them on every one of your hooks. So, just a little tip. Okay. So, big news. I have a finish. Dum, da, dum. Yes, I did finish my sampler Osha. This is a pretty big project, and it's done. Yay. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it now, if I'm going to frame it. I mean, it seems like the kind of thing that you would frame. But let's see, I started this in 2020, obviously, because I put Cardinal's Baggy 2020. But let me see if I have an actual date. September 1st, 2020. So basically 3 years, 3 months-ish, 3 years, 4 months-ish. And I did this on a 20 count ice blue Aida with sulky thread. I used a variegated for the majority of it, and then a solid purple for the cats, and a solid rose color for all the little doodahs that are scattered throughout. I changed this alphabet. I personalized it. So obviously that was just an alphabet. And I changed it to say Carla Loves Baggy 2020. I realized that several weeks ago I put 23 down here, so it's like I had to finish this year because I had already put a date on it. So yeah, I was really, really happy to get this done. It is, I'm sure, riddled with mistakes, but I defy you to find them. I'm sure it is full of cat hair because all of my projects are. I have to say, Lee from Stick Strings and Other Things, she was showing a project and she's like, there's a mistake in here. I'm not going to show you where it is. And if you can see it, back up. That's what she said. I thought that was so funny. So, okay. It's a finish. Yay. So this chart at some point in this coming year will be a giveaway because the chart is like intact. I made copies of the chart and that's what I worked on. So the basic chart is still like in its baggy, barely touched. So at some point that will be a giveaway. Not yet. Actually, I need to go through because I have a lot of charts that like are finished projects and stuff that could be given away. But yeah, so that was very exciting. So I got a finish of one of the things that I was like aiming to finish this year. Okay, so other than that, I have 3 whips to show you. Last Sunday, I had a D&D game. Then I got an email from my brother later in the week, not just to me, to like the whole group. And apparently we're only going to have one more D&D game and then he's shutting the game down, which makes me sad. He's starting another game with Logan and some other kids Logan's age. And then I think that it's just a little bit difficult for him to DM the game over Zoom, which is the only way I can play it. So he said that they want to start like doing a regular like family game night thing with me. We'll see if it happens. But then I called my friend Greg, who I've talked about, my other little brother, and told him, hey, you need to start a D&D game. So he's seriously thinking about it. But anyway, because I was playing D&D, I was working on my Country Garden County canvas. during it and got this whole side pretty much finished. So basically this, you know, pattern will go all the way around, and then there's a big stripe of the bright purple, and that's it. Oh, well, and then I need to fill in the centers of the multicolored flowers. If Dawn, if you give me that snow, then I'll use it. If not, I have something else. So if you can't get to it or can't send it, don't worry about it. But I am saving that to the end. And this isn't going to get done for a while, so it's not like a huge rush. But yeah, you know, it's funny. It's like this project is the first counting canvas that I've done that has been just a bit tedious, less of a pleasure to do. And I don't know why. I mean, I love it. I think it's really pretty. It's not any more difficult. I mean, maybe the bits are smaller. Maybe that's why, but I don't know. And I was talking to Julie, Stitching at the Cabin. She's doing the same one. And she kind of had the same feeling that this one was just a little bit more tedious. Other counting canvases I've done, it's like I can't put them down. They're just like, I'm obsessive about them. They're just so fun. And this one, it's fun, but it's not so fun. And I don't know why. I really don't. So I think it's the combination of that plus the fact that it is slightly bigger than any of the other ones I've done is why it's taking a little bit longer for me to get it finished than other counting canvases I have completed in the past. But, you know, it's still, come on, it's getting work done steadily, so it will get done. Goodness. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. The other two things I worked on this week are my frog bouquet. I so want to get this done this year, and I just don't know if it's going to happen. If it doesn't, then it'll probably get set aside until maybe February. February is my floral fantasy month. So yeah, if she doesn't get finished before the end of the year, so in other words, if she doesn't get finished in the next week, then I'll pull her back out in February and finish her then for sure. But I did get a lot done. So yeah, but there's a lot of stitches in the skirt and stuff. So I don't know. I just don't know. On top of which, because I'm a FlossTuber and I want to have interesting things to show you guys every week, I'm loath to just work on just one project, you know, even if that means I'm getting it finished. It's like, then I don't really have anything to show you the following week. It's kind of boring. So yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to only work on this week, you know, just to get it done, or I'm going to start working on some of my January projects. I don't know. And then the last one is Prickly Owl, which I also was trying really hard to get done before the end of the year. And I think this one, I think I'm going to get this done today because I'm done. Oops, that's the back. I am done with this except for this final flower at the top. And the prickers, the spikes. So here's the picture. So I have that flower left to do, and then all of these sticking out prickly things. So yeah, so I did, I was working on this yesterday evening, and I did that whole cactus and then all of the back stitch. So the back stitch on this, I just love it. I just love that sort of like vibrant, you know, the vibrancy it gives it. I had to pull out, I had like this green stitched, and I realized that I had stitched the whole thing I like was counting off of a darker green stitch, but I was counting off the wrong darker green stitch. So I had like the curve of the cactus in too far, and then this light green up here. So it's fine with this. I could just kind of pull it over, but this was totally the wrong place. So there's a few like holes in the fabric there that hopefully will kind of smooth out like when I iron it, if I get it wet and iron it. So this is sort of my friend's project because this pattern was given to me by my friend Donna from Arizona, and then I started it with my friend Julie stitching at the cabin. I don't think she's not as far as me, but her pattern has better floss than mine. So anyway, so yeah, that was all the projects that I worked on this week. But this one, seriously, I think if I sit down after my video while it's uploading, it will take me maybe an hour to stitch that flower and finish the back stitch and everything, and then this will be done for me to show you next week, and I get to mark another thing off of my whip list. Oh, I fully finished. Can you guys see? Oh, I showed you this last week, but I hadn't fully finished it yet. So I just put felt on the back, and I just twisted a cord out of the leftover floss from here. Yep. Pumpkin trio. Okay, so that's it as far as my stitching. I do have a new chart to show you. This was a gift again from Donna for Hanukkah. I guess watching my video, she got the idea that I really liked this Bella Filipina that came out recently. Olivia the Forest Witch. So pretty. She's just gorgeous. And now I've heard, I don't know if this is true, if somebody just made this up, or if this is something that Drin Perillo said, but like she's like a companion slash foe to Bellatrix, because Bellatrix is facing this way, like, and she's got her staff, and it's like there's a window, so it's like she's firing or whatever down through the window, and then she's facing the other way, kind of looking up with her staff. So I don't know if it's true that they're rivals or companions or sisters or something, but I like that idea of stitching them together. So Bellatrix is on a 28 count opal Lugana, and I did not stitch the skin over one because I forgot. I didn't think about it at the time. So I want to put her on a 28 count opal Lugana as well, and stitch her the same way, so that if and when I ever like got them framed or something, that I could actually hang them next to each other. That's the idea. So anybody, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know that I am not the kind of person that goes and looks at the chart and it's like, oh, this is stitched on XYZ, I need to go buy that fabric. I never do that. But I do like the tones of the fabric that this is on, this sort of like sunset-y with purple in it sort of thing. So when I got this, this is crazy because this is a huge chart. I have 40 whips that I'm working on. This isn't going to get started anytime soon. Really, it isn't. It shouldn't. I also went and I priced out all of the, not the flosses, not the regular DMC, but all the other stuff. All the other stuff, beads and stuff like that, are like $70. So, you know, it's not going to be cheap to kit her up. But I got her, so I started thinking, and I'm like, ooh, do I have fabric that would work? And I pulled 3 fabrics from my stash that might work for her, that I'm ruminating on, or I could possibly maybe dye something. So these are the fabrics that I pulled that I thought might work. So, you know, give me your opinion on, you know, obviously I would need to do a floss toss. I would also want to hold it up next to Bellatrix when she's closer to being finished, to kind of get an idea. So this is hand dyed by Rolanda, so it doesn't really have a name, which is pretty, but maybe not, maybe too like sunny. I don't know. This chart seems a little moodier than this fabric is. This is a November fabric of the month from Dying for Cross Stitch. So this is the right tone, the right mood, but I would love it if there was a little bit more purple in it. And then this one is also Dying for Cross Stitch, called Poppy Fields. And again, it's got the orangey sunsetty colors, but not the purple. So, I mean, that's what I have in my stash. But again, I enjoy dyeing, so that might be a challenge for me to dye something for this. All of these fabrics are really pretty, of course. But, yeah, so it just started making me think. So I, you know, of course, I went into my stash and I'm like, what do I have that could possibly work? And these three came out of the stash. But I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just don't know. And again, I don't need to know because I'm not going to be stitching this for a while, for a year at least. But anyway, that was something that was occupying my brain this week. Let's see. New Year's Eve, as I said, we're having a Zoom. I'm going to be starting my New Year New Start. I put it in this new little bag from Bonnie Lerner that she gave me for Hanukkah. I'm going to be, come on. I'm going to be starting this. It's actually full coverage. It's on with wool and acrylic. It's called Rose and Sweet Cherry by Riolis. I showed this to you last week or the week before. And I'm changing out the fabric basically because I just want it to be a little bit smaller for framing purposes. And I have been working this week on moving the flosses from these things to a floss strap that's a little bit easier to get at. So this takes a while to do. So yeah, I've been working on that this week, moving the flosses over basically. But I am looking forward to starting this one. And then, oh, what is this? And then basically plans for next month and next year. I'm going to use the same themes that I used this year. They worked really well, and it's actually going to be, it's kind of fun to go in and because they're on my my Tiny Decisions wheel, which I kind of use, kind of don't use. I don't listen to my wheel. I use the wheel as inspiration. If I can't decide on what I want to stitch on that day, I'll spin the wheel until something comes up that I want. But what is kind of cool is to go in and like pull up January from last year and go, oh, that one was finished, or this one needs to be added, you know, to do that. So I've been adjusting the projects, but I'm using the same themes. And I don't know, maybe I'll do that forever, or maybe next year I'll decide, oh, I need different themes, or I need a different way to do stuff. I don't know. But anyway, my January theme is focused on full coverage. So I will be pulling out all of my full coverage projects that I haven't worked on in months now because I've been doing this focus on a finish. And I think that that will include like kitty litter, which is a Dimensions Gold. But it is full coverage. It's not like, it's different because it's different stitches and different thicknesses and, you know, but it still is a full coverage pattern. So it will come out in January, as well as all of my other full coverages. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to this next week. It should be actually a fairly easy week at work. My boss is out of town, out of the country until the middle of January. So work will be kind of light. I mean, I have to be there, and if there's any issues with any clients, of course I have to take care of them, but for the most part, it's going to be kind of late. You know, I can wear jeans to work, and once my car's taken care of, then that stressor's off my mind, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to, you know, starting the new year. I have to get my little golden books done and out to all of the recipients. I will be working on this tomorrow. I'm not going to work on them today. But tomorrow I have planned to definitely finish the 2 books that I'm giving to my friends at work, and then get further on the other ones. And yeah, so then in January I can hopefully start sending them out. So thank you everybody who's been patient about getting those. I should have known that I was overloading myself last year, but you know, I tend to do that. But thank you for being patient, and you will get them. Okay, so I think that that's it. Yeah, nothing else to go over with you. Please do go watch my whip parade if you're so inclined. And I hope you guys have the very best last year of 2023 that you can possibly have. And I will see you on the 31st, on the last day of 2023. I'll be back with another regular video. So until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Carla. Bye-bye.